Project Simplified Bible. The entire Bible narrated in an easy and objective way so that everyone can understand. Edition Abrao Marques. Genesis chapter 34.
Once, Dinah, the daughter of Jacob and Leah, went to visit some young women of the region. Hamor, the local chief, had a son named Shechem. When Shechem saw Dinah, he took her by force and had relations with her. He fell in love with Dinah and tried to win her over. Afterward, Shechem said to his father,
"Get me this girl as my wife."
Jacob heard that Shechem had dishonored his daughter Dinah. But since his sons were in the field with the livestock, he said nothing until they returned. Meanwhile, Hamor, Shechem's father, went to speak with Jacob. When Jacob's sons came in from the field and heard what had happened, they were indignant and very angry, because Shechem had committed a disgraceful act in Israel by dishonoring Jacob's daughter. Such a thing was unacceptable. Hamor said to them,
"My son Shechem is in love with your daughter. Please let her marry him. Let's become relatives, marry our daughters, and we will marry yours. Live among us, buy land, and do business here."
Shechem also spoke up and said to Dinah's brothers,
"Please do me this favor. I will give you whatever you ask. Ask for whatever gifts you want and set a price for the girl, but let her marry me."
Since Shechem had dishonored their sister, Jacob's sons responded deceitfully to him and Hamor, saying,
"We cannot allow our sister to marry an uncircumcised man. It would be a disgrace to us. We will only agree on the condition that all your men are circumcised, like us. Then you will be able to marry our daughters, and we will marry yours. We will live among you and become one people. But if you do not accept our condition, we will take our sister and leave."
Hamor and his son Shechem agreed to the condition. Without delay, Shechem was circumcised, for he was in love with Jacob's daughter. Shechem was the most honored man in his father's family. Hamor and Shechem went to the city gate, where business was conducted, and spoke to the townspeople.
"These people are friendly. Let them live and trade here. There is enough land for them. We will marry their daughters, and they will marry ours. But they will only agree to live among us if all our men are circumcised like them. If we accept, we will get all their cattle and everything they own. We just have to accept the condition, and they will live among us."
All the adult men agreed with Hamor and his son Shechem and were circumcised. 3 days later, while the men were still in severe pain, 2 of Jacob's sons, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, took their swords, entered the city unnoticed, and killed all the men, including Hamor and Shechem. They then took Dinah from Shechem's house and left. Jacob's other sons plundered the city in revenge for their sister's dishonor. They took sheep, goats, cattle, donkeys, and everything else in the city and the countryside. They plundered all the houses and took women and children as prisoners. Jacob then said to Simeon and Levi,
You have put me in a difficult position. Now the Canaanites, Perizzites, and all the inhabitants of these lands will hate me. I do not have many men. If they unite against me, my whole family will be exterminated.
But they answered,
"We could not allow our sister to be treated like a whore.